there, wrestling fans. Hope you had a good Tuesday. Well, another edition of WWE Monday Night Raw is in the books. And as usual, it was another exciting 2.5 hours of Raw. Raw kicked off with Logan Paul coming out to the ring. He basically addressed to the fans about his match against Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event for the Raw Heavyweight Championship. He then goes on saying that he's going to defeat Jey Uso and become the new Raw Heavyweight Championship champion. He gets interrupted by Gunther. Gunther comes down to the ring, has words with Logan Paul. The two of them basically went back and forth with each other. I thought this segment was a pretty good segment. I thought Gunther did a very good promo during this segment. I enjoyed it. It's gonna be one of his best promos that I've seen from Gunther. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him. I'm actually looking forward to his title rematch come June 9th, and I hope it gets Jey Uso and not Logan Paul. Because quite frankly, I don't want to see Logan Paul face Gunther on June 9th on Raw. I'd rather see a rematch between Gunther and Jey Uso. So see what happens. But all in all, I thought it was a good promo. I enjoyed it. So that's the way that Raw started off. The first match tonight was AJ Styles and Penta versus Finn Balor and Jaden McDonald in a tag team match. I thought this was a fun and exciting tag team match for the most part. Of course, you had Carlito get involved in the match. Not a surprise. I figured that's gonna happen. But in the end, El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, because we all know he's El Grande Americano. We all know that. Basically, interfered in that match and cost Penta and AJ Styles the match. So Finn Balor and JD McDonough win the match. We had a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have Becky Lynch versus Roxanne Perez versus Natty in a triple threat match. Winner qualifies for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This is another exciting match I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was a very exciting match. I thought all three men put on a very good match. I enjoyed it. Of course, we had Lyra Valkyria come out during the match and go right after Becky Lynch and was beating the holy hell out of her. The two of them end up fighting each other outside the ring. So Roxanne Perez wins the first women's Money in the Bank qualifying match, and she'll be involved in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And so, like I said, all in all, I thought it was an exciting match. I enjoyed it. It was a fun match to watch. By the way, before Raw went on the air, Roxanne Perez signed her contract that she's officially on the Raw main roster. Glad that she's finally on the main roster officially. I think she'll be a good fit for the women's division on Raw. Very excited. As we all know, last Friday, Julia signed her contract to make it official that she's on SmackDown main roster. So glad to see Julia on the main roster for SmackDown, and glad now to see Roxanne on the main roster on Raw. I think both these women gonna do it well on the main roster. We had a second women's Money in the Bank qualified match. This one was against Zoe Stark versus Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane in a triple threat match. This was another exciting match that I enjoyed. I thought all three women put on a very good match. It was an exciting match. I enjoyed it. Rhea Ripley ends up winning the match and purchases a ticket to the women's Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank. So all in all, I thought this was a fun, exciting match. I enjoyed it. Would love to see Rhea Ripley win the women's world title again, but we'll see what happens. Now, she's got her next thing she's got to do is win the Money in the Bank briefcase. So it's not gonna be that easy because I'm sure, as you all know, Alexa Bliss qualified last Friday on SmackDown to punch her ticket in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and last night Roxanne Perez. So it's not gonna be easy. So all these women who are gonna be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match are gonna be very good. But anyway, I would love to see Rhea Ripley win the women's world title again. We had a one-on-one match between Sheamus and Grayson Waller. This match was okay. It wasn't my favorite match of the night, but it was okay. I thought Sheamus and Grayson Waller put on a pretty good, decent performance. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it wasn't the greatest match, but it was okay. What else happened? And also, one last thing, we had a one-on match between Jey Uso and Braun Breaker in the main event of last night's Raw. Now, I thought for the most part this was an exciting match between Braun Breaker and Jey Uso. For the most part, it was a one-on-one match until Seth Rollins interfered in the match. Wasn't surprised. I kind of figured that he'll get involved in the match in some sort of capacity. Thankfully, Sami Zayn came out to aid Jey Uso and get rid of Seth Rollins. And then not too far behind that, yeah, CM Punk come out to the ring. So the match ended up being a disqualification for Braun Breaker, which ultimately led to Jey Uso winning the match via DQ. So all in all, this match was a pretty decent match. It was a good match. I could have done without the interference, but I expected interference during this match. It wasn't surprising. So all in all, last night's Raw was an exciting show. I enjoyed it. It was the final Raw before this Saturday's main event on NBC and Peacock. I've been hearing, I have it's true or not, that the Jey Uso Logan Paul match for the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be the main event at Saturday's main event on Saturday. So we'll see what happens. Tonight's NXT on CW Network. As usual, I'm sure it's going to be an exciting show as always. It's the final NXT show before NXT Battleground, which is Sunday, the day after Saturday's main event. In fact, this weekend, Um, WWE's doing 4 events in Tampa. Tonight's main event Saturday, NXT Battleground Sunday, next Monday Raw, and I believe NXT is going to be in Tampa as well, meaning next Tuesday. So they're doing 4 shows in Tampa from Saturday to next Tuesday. So I think it's good for Tampa. It's good for the city. I've been noticing that WWE's been doing these things where they do like a bunch of shows in one city at one time. Maybe that's TKO strategy that they're using. Because I know ever since WWE was taken over by TKO, a lot of things has changed regarding their events, how they do them, how they schedule them. One thing I've been noticing that if WWE has a POE on the same night as a UFC event, WWE will go on a little bit earlier so that it won't interfere in the main card of the UFC events. So I guess that's TKO strategy and that's how they work things. Because TKO also owns UFC. So I'm glad that WWE has started doing these group events in one city, in each city. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, NXT should be an exciting show tonight, as usual, because NXT always puts on a good show. It's a final NXT show before NXT Battleground, which is on Sunday. In fact, it's a busy rest of the weekend all around, because not only you have Saturday's main event on Saturday night, but Sunday night you have both NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing. So it's gonna be a busy rest of the weekend. Now, I don't know too much about AEW because I really don't watch AEW, but so anything I do know about AEW, I find out about AEW is usually via Twitter X because I really don't watch it. AEW, and when I do, it's sporadically. You know, there's so much wrestling you can watch at one time. So it's gonna be a busy wrestling Memorial Day weekend because you got Saturday's main event Saturday, Sunday you have NXT Battleground and AEW Double or Nothing. So it's gonna be a busy wrestling weekend. Like I said, I'm looking forward to watching Saturday's main events and NXT Battleground. So both shows will be exciting. Probably won't watch AEW Dynamite, AEW Double or Nothing, since I'll be watching Battleground. But I'm sure AEW Double or Nothing will be exciting too as well. The only problem with AEW's pay-per-views that they're so damn long. At least long because AEW puts too many matches on their pay-per-views, and it just ends like midnight. The pay-per-views, which is too long. At least with WWE, what they do is with their POEs, generally a regular POE that WWE does, they usually schedule 5 or 6 pay-per-views. Now, when it comes to WrestleMania, they do 2 nights because they know they have a lot of matches. So that's a smart move by WWE's part. And this year's SummerSlam, it's not going to be at MetLife Stadium, but it's also going to be 2 nights, which is a smart move because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of matches scheduled for SummerSlam. So I'm glad they made that a 2-night event because if you're going to do a big match card, you got to split up into certain nights because have a pay-per-view run from like 7 to midnight or 8 to midnight is too long. So I'm glad that WWE is doing these 2-night POEs. Now, right now, they're doing it for WrestleMania, and they're going to start doing it for SummerSlam in August. Now, will they do it for Royal Rumble and Survivor Series down the road? I don't know. But as of right now, they're doing it for WrestleMania, and they're gonna start doing it for SummerSlam. So, like I said, it's gonna be a fun, exciting wrestling weekend. For all you guys who are gonna watch NXT, NXT NXT tonight on CW Network. Enjoy the show. Hope you have a great Tuesday evening. Before I end this video, please, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel with subscribers. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Have a great Tuesday evening and enjoy NXT tonight.